Can we have a look?
This is my life. So this is where this is how I tour. So when I'm touring, I do shows that can be up to 40 minutes long, and I just turn up with my bits and bobs and set it up. So this is how I run my life.
Oh my gosh.
So this, and I get really personally attached to my props.
Yeah.
So like this rubbish bag, I've had to hold my balloons for about 2.5 years now. So
why don't you just get a new rubbish bag?
Because I just like this one. It's good, it works, it's effective, but it's now got all these weird holes in it, and it's slowly falling apart. And I remember even on America's Got Talent, because I used this bag on the show, they were like, do you want us to get you a nicer bag? And it's like, nah, this one's fine. These are new puppets, so I just buy all my props and then they slowly get broken and I fix them up. And again, everything's allowed to look a bit broken. My lion, I've had this lion for like, what's now, 12 years.
Is the lion in the show?
Yeah, lion's in the show. Lion, I make someone do a handstand and do whatnot. I once lost the lion. I left the lion behind at a gig, and I ended up panicking, going, I've lost my lion, I don't know what to do. I rang the venue and they found it. They kept it at the reception for me, and I picked it up like 2 weeks later. But they had named it. For some reason, they'd written Alphonse on the bottom of the lion, and I don't know why, but now this lion is forever known as Alphonse. These are the oven gloves, so yes.
Oh my gosh. Can I touch this?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm in.
You don't know, like, I'm kind of fanboying at the moment.
You're touching the oven gloves. 45, they've had more views than I have. Everyone wants the oven gloves. They get thrown around a lot, so they're filthy. They're really dirty.
And of course, the old gaffer tape. This is huge. This is you.
This is it, the Nashua 357. Yeah.
Really?
That's my brand of choice.
How many rolls would you go through a year?
I go through quite a lot. I was lucky enough to track down Berry Plastics and sort of I dropped them a line after the video had sort of blown up. Went, hello, I do this routine.
So you've got a gaffer.
I've got a bit of. They sent me a big
sponsorship.
box of tape, and the excitement I had when I opened and there was like 40 rolls of tape. It was like, oh my god, Christmas! It's just stacked up in my office.
I love how people like there's people that are sponsored by Adidas and Nike.
Look at that. It's an easy rip. Oh, delightful. There's a really good thread count on that. Like, you'll notice there's a nice shine, picks up a bit of light, and just the quality of glue. Oh, so there's all sorts of...
And see, I've seen your routine quite a few times, and this is this one.
Yes, trusty tape measures. They tend to break quite a lot, so I do end up replacing those.
No, I won't do that.
But no, these are fine because this is a new brand of tape measure that I've discovered called Fat Max, is it? Quite a fat wide. Good, look at that bad boy.
Oh, dude, this is incredible.
So there's all more of the
You've got
same.
your balloons.
Yep, the trusty balloons. The gunfire, these staples, these are the ones from the show.
Really?
Yep. I have to make sure that they fire, because I've had shows where staples have jammed before, and it's like, well, that ruins the joke. So I quite like the ritual of loading staples every show. I always make sure it's got a full...
Going into battle.
Yeah, pretty much. The red dress, this was from a charity shop on Sandringham Road.
Oh, wow.
So this is the one, and it looks like you're dancing with somebody.
Yep, this is the dancing dress that I did in the first audition.
When you come up with your ideas, like, is that at like night time when you're like when are you best in your creative zone?
I tend to lock myself away in a room with my computer, and like a lot of the show, like my second show, okay, my first 1 hour show that I wrote was back in New Zealand. It was very natural to kind of do it because I was just living in a flat and doing comedy down at the comedy club, and then I would just write a joke here and there, and then accidentally I realised I've got an hour of material. This is delightful.
Your flatmates must have loved it.
Yeah, that was it was a joy, me trying stuff out, going, look at this, look at this, look at this. But then the second show, which was the balloon one, and it was a much bigger show, I booked that into a festival without having a show. And so there was the deadline there of going, I need to write a show.
Wow.
And so I ended up having 3 months where I ended up getting a whole lot of props, locked into a room, and just went crazy.
So sometimes the idea can come from the prop at the beginning.
Sometimes the prop, things like the oven gloves, for example, that generally came about from a dinner with my nephew. And my nephew was playing with oven. We just put the meal down, kind of thing, and then we started playing with these oven gloves, talking to each other, and then that was it. It's like, well, that's really funny. And then a lot of the time I would base it also on a pun, so because I like puns. Yeah. So endless glove is endless love, obviously.
So are you working on new material right now?
Yes, well, funnily enough, I've booked myself into a festival in 2018 for a whole brand new hour. I've sort of been reinventing a lot of the show over again. The recent tour that I've done, we were lucky enough to get a producer on board. Kilimanjaro came in and they helped fund up the show and make it even bigger. So we got a much bigger set and we made the show, essentially we made a West End show out of Tapeface.
Wow.
Which is now funny because we are taking the show to the West End. So we've got 2 months at the Garrick Theatre in June and July,
Holy
which
moly.
is quite huge. So
That is massive.
That's on sale now.
And you were telling us before that you've got some exciting news.
Yes,
back.
the exciting news, which should be all on sale by the time this goes out to TV land. I'm going to be in Las Vegas, so I'm doing a residency in a casino over there before going on to do an American tour.
You are killing it. So cool.
Just think, like, is this real life?
Oh, occasionally there's the times where I realise that people are just going to go, they're just gloves. Hang on, how is he doing this? There is an element where I go, I'm getting away with this.
But the simplicity is what makes it so exquisite, and how
Yeah.
you're able to turn something that's
That
simple
mundane and whatnot into a
And-
fun thing.
into a fantastic show that's entertaining
Yeah.
for
No,
everyone.
it is delightful. I do get a kick out of it, and then it is really fun for me. I love the idea of people at home getting their own oven gloves and singing. So that's the fun thing. They're guilty. Tape measures and enjoyable times. And the other thing is, it's about playing. A lot of people forget how to play, and playing is so important. You just have to switch off. Like the real world is horrendous sometimes, and when people come to my shows, I want them to forget all of that. So I make sure there's no political messages. There's no real content. It's just an hour to 2 hours of nice, fun silliness.
Now, it's been awesome to catch up with you and to see, I guess, you behind the scenes
Yes,
and to
the
see how
chaos.
you operate and how your brain works. And we wanted to bring, where have they gone? Oh, we wanted to bring.
Sorry, it's creepy.
I've got a New Zealand.
days! This is get out. Turn the cameras off. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Yes.
Because we hear that this stuff is quite hard to get.
This is gold. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you
A
very
little
much.
love from New Zealand because we are
Yay.
loving you and so proud of you. Back.
Thank you all. I will definitely binge on that.
Great.
Here you go.
Thank
Is it
you.
too much if I put tape in?
Not at all. Go for it.
Thanks, man.
You're probably so happy.
Thank you. Thank you. You're just normal.
You couldn't control your excitement.
He's just giggling.